All right, hello. It's patch day, Minimin's out, 8.0 is out. We have big patch notes, lots of characters that have been buffed, which I'll be going through later. But first off, I thought I'd just show you guys some of the new character Minimin and my first impressions on her. If you just want the short of it, is she terrible? Is she broken? I would say if Byleth is the worst designed DLC character in just terms of how fun and unoriginal Byleth were, I would say Minimin is just below Terry. So my DLC ranking is like Joker's the most fun, then Terry, then Minimin, I would say. And then there's a bunch of characters. And then at the bottom somewhere, there's Byleth. Overall, cool, really cool animations. A lot of interesting mechanics that we're gonna go through that are kind of hard to understand, and especially since there's no real tutorial. I think I'll get you guys started quick going through some of the mechanics. First off, basic stuff. Dash speed is pretty okay. A little bit faster than I thought it would. Has decent momentum while jumping, but the biggest problem is aerial turns. Like if you jump, you can't really like drift backwards. And this does end up hurting Minimin really hard when she's recovering. Tether recovery is not very good. It reaches pretty far below, so you can tether like this, right? But it struggles at catching too far horizontally, and so characters can go out and edgeguard her pretty well. But overall, you can definitely still get like, you know, seemingly pretty crazy tethers, but you will definitely notice that like that you really wanted to just quickly snap to the edge to avoid an opponent trying to edgeguard you, which isn't really possible with her recovery many times. One trick I would give to people recovering before we move on is, yeah, so you can down her like this and then quickly up B and like dodge a lot of projectiles and such. Outside of that, first we'll go through like the boring stuff, her normal moves. Down tilt, it's a good sliding down tilt. It's kind of like Joker's 2 frames, which is nice. You get up smash combo after it, or up air, or up tilt. I would generally recommend going for up smash. Her up tilt is a very laggy move for some reason. I'm not really sure what they thought were the purpose of this. It's basically just a wrong worse up smash that doesn't even, yeah, it doesn't even really serve a purpose. And her up smash can also reflect projectiles. Yeah, not the best display I've ever had. But, you know, you can reflect projectiles. And it's frame 7 on a shield, so it's a really good up smash in general. Kind of like a Fox up smash, where you can, you know, spot dodge up smash, shield up smash, and punish people. Kills around 120-ish on most characters. So a little bit weaker, but still a very good up smash to have. Dash attack, pretty good dash attack, actually. Surprisingly good for with punishing people and stopping them from camping. As well as if they're jumping around a lot, you can catch their landings by just doing instant dash attack. Sets up for tech shades from some characters as well, so you can follow up from that. Overall, pretty good dash attack. Rolls and spot dodges seem to be pretty much standard. Double jump's fine. And I guess we'll go through the ground up B as well. Ground up B is invincible on frame 8, I believe, if you don't charge it. I don't currently see much reason to use the regular charge one, like out of shield and stuff like that, because it is invincible at frame 8, but it doesn't leave until a little bit after. And jump leaves the ground on frame 3. So it feels like it's just better and easier to full jump away if you're trying to go, since if you look at the height, right, of a full jump, on a B, it doesn't actually go much higher. And it's not like Minimin wants to be high up most of the time either. You can do her ground up B and like stall or try to juggle someone, but I wouldn't really recommend it in general, mostly because her upper isn't too strong. I guess we'll go through our upper next. It's like a budget Captain Falcon one. It is safe on shield, which is nice, but the landing hitbox isn't great, so you will struggle to hit shorter characters. But landing upper can combo into upper or fair or nair. And up smash obviously at very low percents. And it's decent priority, but nothing special. You kind of know what you're getting if you played any other character. Outside of that, I guess we'll just go through her core mechanics. To start off with, B moves will use your right hand, and A will use your left hand. This is by far the most interesting mechanic, I think. So if you tap A, you will get a jab, and if you tap B, you will get a jab. The jab is pretty slow, but it does do a lot of damage. But outside of that, it's a pretty standard jab. Then for her hold jab, or her hold B, it's basically like a Mega Man situation where you can walk and do it. And it also means that hold F, you know, like just tapping F tilt will also give you the exact same move as just holding A. And the interesting thing about Min Min is that basically her F tilt is not only her jab, but it's also her fair and also her back air. So she can F tilt one way and then use the B tilt, right? That's what I'm gonna call it. A tilt and B tilt. A tilt left and then B tilt the other way. So you notice someone rolling behind you, you can punch them like that. And here's the cool part, I think, that you can use an A tilt, and then right after, you can either use nothing, or you can jump, you can full jump, or you can choose to use your B move, right? And the B move can be either B tilt or B smash. So if you notice, let me use this one. It's probably the most clear example that I can use A tilt, and then I'll use B tilt, which does about 18 damage. Actually, now it's swapped back. Or I can use smash. See, that does 27 damage and it combos. But it is less safe if you miss. Smashes you cannot do this with. So if I start by doing a smash, I cannot jump. But I can still use my B move. So if they dodge the first one and they're still on the ground, I can do that. And you can also tilt both your smashes and your tilts. So it's a lot to take in at first, but if you start playing, you'll pretty quickly come to understand how it works. I would say the hardest thing to get good at is learning to use her fair and backer in unison with this. Not only is her fair and backer the same as her like tilts on the ground, she also has aerial smash. She does a little jump, as you can see here, when she does the smash. It's a pretty interesting mechanic, I would say. I haven't come to use it too much yet, but I can definitely see very useful situations where you want to edge guard with it. And again, the same thing goes. If you smash in the air, you can't jump. If you tilt in the air, you can still move and jump at the same time. So you're kind of always trying to make a trade-off. Do I want to commit to a stronger move with more damage, or do I want to do the tilt where I have less damage, less knockback, but I can still move and jump during it? That's a pretty basic course. I'll go to some advanced uses later, but let's complete the moveset first. Aerially, you also have, you know, the A special, like jumping A nair, and jumping B nair. See how I use the different one? And these properties differ from each different one. So if I use B, like the big spiky ball one, it is different, and this is a KO move, one of our best kill moves for sure. If I use this one, it's the same one. If I use the ring, then I have very low lag, but it does less damage instead. It does only 6 compared to this one that does 12. And then you always have the same one equipped on the A button. It is always the one with the gun. Now, the gun mechanic works in a pretty interesting way. If you smash, so only smashes, not tilts. If you use a smash with one of the gun ones, and you can't swap into the other one, and you then hold A, it will auto aim a laser beam after. So you can combine this with the aim. So you up tilt, and then it will automatically like home in on your opponent. It's not amazing, and in my experience, it has been a little bit buggy trying to make the auto aim work. But you can definitely catch people off guard with this, especially since you don't have to use it. You can just do a regular F smash, and if he misses, they might expect the second one. But instead of doing the laser, you'll do the other F smash, or you will just recover and wait for them to move again. So that's definitely something you gotta get used to. And next up, we'll go through the down B, which I think is a really cool move. The best thing is you can swap really fast, and you can swap doing almost anything. You can jump swap, you can run swap. And basically you have 3 different ones. You have the ring, which is better at covering big areas. You can, if you aim it up, you see how much it covers compared to the up aimed gun one. And this is what I would used for low percents mostly. Like always have one of these on you if you're trying to deal a lot of low percent damage. Especially if your opponent's trying to poach you, which will be the most common case, right? Then you have the spike ball, which is the kill move or an edge guard one, which also does a lot of shield damage. I can show you this. Control. Yeah, so you can actually shield break someone if they're not paying attention pretty easily with min. And then you have another gun. So if you do this, then you could potentially do, you know, a bit more range play, like have even more range, which could also be very good for edge guarding and lich trapping. But overall, I wouldn't necessarily say that this one is too useful when you have double guns. I kind of like having different options. So I have a fast nair if I need it, or a little bit slower, or a very slow one, or a decent speed one, for example. So I would generally recommend starting out at least to learn to play with the ring or the spike ball in your right hand, or your B move. Outside of that, downer spikes, and you can use it to auto cancel to get back on the ground. You can 2-frame with it as well, but I wouldn't really recommend using it much, and using it like this, like as a edge guard, is basically suicide. Yeah, I think we're gonna move on to the grabs because she doesn't really have many unique specials. Her back air and fair are obviously the same. One interesting thing to note, if you walk and you tilt backwards or you smash backwards, see how she doesn't turn around and do F tilt? She just like kind of shoots it behind her. And so you can do this, and then when it's over, she'll still be standing and facing the same way. Not a huge deal and doesn't really affect much other than the fact that obviously that you can do like left, right at the same time. But it is good to know so you don't end up being surprised with where she's facing. Next up, we have grab. So her grab is 12 frames, very slow, but it does reach pretty far. So you can mix them up by thinking you're gonna F tilt, and then you will instead grab them, which is definitely a real mix-up. You can't really react to it, but if you do get predictable with your timings, it can be very easy to jump over. Pivot grab is also pretty good. And then her throws are kind of blah, honestly. Forward throw is a bit of damage. Back throw does 16 damage, which is, I think, your highest damage throw. Up throw has a ton of lag. Like, look how long it does take before I can jump here. And down throw is your setup throw, where like you don't get a combo, but you can kind of like trap them, make them scared and air dodge. But in general, I would honestly go by forward throwing them or back throwing them off the stage and trying to ledge trap them. Especially with back throw, taking the clean 16 damage is just so good. You might see that after you back throw someone, or after you throw them in general, your A button gun starts burning. And this makes it do more damage. Yeah, it does more damage from 9.6 to 11. And especially the fire after, like the gunshot after, is very strong. So that's 32 from just one of the hands of the S smash, right? And this buff lasts for 20 seconds after any successful grab. It is hard to land grabs with min, but if someone whips a smash, or if they shield too much, it is really good to go for the grabs every now and then, even though you might not get a kill confirm from it or a combo, because you make the rest of your kit a lot stronger. Outside of that, I'm going to teach you guys some basic kill moves and some basic combos to get you guys started, and then we'll kind of have to see what people come up and find out with her. So the basic combo is down tilt up smash. This works at a lot of low percents, and down tilt is just a really good move. It will cross your opponent up, it will low profile moves, so definitely use this a lot. And then once they're launched, you can either like try to chase their landing, parry if they're doing a falling one, and then do it again. Or you could also go for a short up air, which leaves you in a slightly better position frame data wise, but does less guaranteed damage. Then you have landing aerials. So obviously you can do landing up air into stuff, but I wouldn't really recommend that as a starter combo. The easiest combo is just to do either nair, like either this one or the ring one, and then do down tilt after, straight after, and then go into up smash. It's a clean 36 damage, even more without staling on. I mean, even more with staling on because of freshness bonus. And it just sets you up for a really good position. Outside of that, some people have been using like forward throw to F smash, which I guess could be decent. But if anything, I think forward throw dash attack would be the option in that case. Yeah, I think that's like kind of her main combos outside her arm stuff. Like down tilt up smash and falling upper like something. Or falling nair something. Falling nair dash attack is a really good mid% combo actually. When it comes to most of her combos, I think she will be very based on like stringing her left-right punch. Left-right like this. So obviously you can do like left like tilt B, which is 9 damage. And then you can do left, you can do your B tilt and then A tilt right after each other like this. And that's just a really, really simple combo that you will be having a lot of success with because it is safe on shield. You can jump away if it doesn't hit. And you can just in general confirm with it. Then you can, if you know it's gonna hit, or if they're at high percent, you can start doing F tilt with the B tilt and then A smash. And this also goes the other way. A tilt and then B smash with the spike ball. But this can be pretty percent specific. I think in general it is easiest to combo with the ring one because it kind of keeps them there if you hit them right at the sweet spot. But you have to be very fast when you start the using the A one right after. You can't like do B then A. It has to kind of be BA. What you can also do, which is a bit more advanced, is start with A smash. Then you press hold A to do the smash right, which will do this if you just do that. But right after you start holding A, you keep holding down A and you go use your B smash as well. Again, depending on like your damage, you can get a lot of good damage from this. Wait, can you? Pretty sure you can. Maybe it's, yeah, like that. You have to be pretty close, I guess. Like 34 damage, 37 from one smash. A really good punish. And then I would say that you just got to get really comfortable with like A tilt and B tilt and A smash and B smash. You can obviously string these together in the air as well. And your main tactic with Min Min is obviously to like keep them out. You don't want to be close. She's not useless when close, but her lack of good shield grab and bad offstage recovery does mean that you do want to camp them most of the time. You don't necessarily want to just stand and shoot projectiles, you know. You want to kind of be in this mid-range and always keep yourself at this good distance. Continue throwing out attacks and mixing up your timing so that they can't necessarily run through you. They then will start jumping over these attacks, right? If you just keep doing they're gonna start jumping. Now when they start jumping, you can either jump and do your do B tilt or A tilt and then jump and do the other one, so like that. Or you could do you can just jump away and then try to punish their landing with like a dash attack or a down tilt. If they manage to run into you, right, like you can also do like a tilt, jump, and then come falling down with a nair. But you do have to learn the timing for this. It's not super easy. And there's a lot of depth to this, especially when you can aim these and you can smash them in the air and stuff like that. And you're just gonna have to get a feeling for it because it really feels different from playing any other character in Smash, which is the really cool part. Personally, I wish she had a bit more combos and a bit more offensive ability, but she does seem really fun, and I'm gonna have to play her offline a bit to know exactly how good she is. Overall, I'm thinking that she is probably like a really good counterpick character against anyone that can't get in on her easily, but she might struggle against characters that edge cut her super well, such as, Pikachu, Joker, characters that might be hard to hit when she's jumping. But, she might also just be really good at edge guarding. She can do stuff like, F smash like that and shoot the gun really far off, or she can jump off and then while, throwing out tilts in the air, she can keep jumping and then still recover quickly because she has a very fast tether. That's kind of my first impressions. Yeah, if you're high and you think they're gonna try to attack you, you can down air and hopefully you don't turn the wrong way like I did there. Thank God for the power of editing. Okay, that is way too strong. fucking seal. Yeah.